Hi, it's me, Trixie Mattel, and welcome back to the third episode of the Pit Stop, where we are recapping the third episode of Canada's Drag Race. Now, today I was feeling a little bit congenial, and who better to invite to talk about congeniality than our current reigning Miss Congeniality? Give it up for Heidi in Closet.
Hi!
How are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm really good. I know you just moved to LA. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thank you. I'm really enjoying it. None of my furniture's here just yet, so I'm on the floor living my best life. But I'm happy to be here with someone who also is very well known for their makeup skills.
Yes, we are two models, makeup artists, women. And I have to say, you look really beautiful in a room with literally no lights and no furniture.
At all. That's all you need in life. As long as you have your beauty.
You can hear the echo like you just moved in.
Yeah, literally, there's nothing to bounce off of.
So how do you feel about these Canadian queens? What do you think?
I love them so far. They are very entertaining, and I love their personalities. They all have really good personalities. I'm excited to see what they have, and they keep giving throughout this season.
I know they're really fierce. It's very different than American drag queens. It's hard to really size up this early on who's like the running ahead of the pack. Do you know what I mean?
Right, exactly. This season, I can't clock it just yet, and it makes me nervous.
The good old Alyssa Edwards, where like she's been sitting for a while, she looks around the room of drag queens and she has a cocktail and she goes, "Miss Trixie, of everyone here, who would be the three?" Because she's always like trying to size up the room. Who would be the
Absolutely.
three? Who's your favorite currently? I mean, we don't have a winner yet, but
I really love Priyanka. I'm loving her so far. She's given me very commentary queen, something I know a little bit about. And I really love Jimbo. Ever since she walked in and they did that climb up the mountain and she was like freaking out, I've
screaming.
been obsessed with her.
It's hard to not be completely in love with her, but you're right. Priyanka has really good interviews, and I always tell people this. I think Drag Race is won out of drag in the interview room.
Oh, absolutely.
You can't win without having great interviews. So in the last episode, Kine was sent home, and everybody was shook because in Canada and on the internet, Kine is like a huge name. So when you were competing on 12, was there anybody you were first intimidated by?
Well, I didn't really know anybody at first. It wasn't really until the girls started pulling out their garments is when I started getting intimidated. I was like, ooh.
Relatable content when you're like the poor drag queen who your only dresses are borrowed and don't fit. I mean, well, you were on with Jada, which, you know, I'm from Milwaukee with Jada, and she's looked like that since 10 years ago. So it's beyond intimidation with Jada. It's more like, okay, she's on another level.
70 looks so good.
I think in my season, I was really intimidated. I mean, Miss Fame was really like... Miss Fame had like nicer wigs than RuPaul. And we were just like, what? So the next day, the queens have to compete by reading a teleprompter for a fake news program where they have to speak in English, French, and Draglish, which is, I guess, just how the queens talk, girl.
Hey, girl. Slay, girl.
How would you have done in this challenge?
Oh, I would have done absolutely horrible if it came to actually like being accurate with what's being said. Now, I probably could have made it funny and been real stupid with it, but if they were looking for accuracy, I would have destroyed it. I can barely speak English myself, and it's been my first language my whole life.
Okay, so Priyanka and Lemon win the mini challenge, but I mean, we have to do a special shout out to Jimbo's Nancy Grace.
It was crazy because she stayed in character the whole time, even after.
Yes. She did not want to leave that character. But I mean, at least she made a strong choice. I mean, let's be honest, that teleprompter is going to be full of stuff to trip you up. You might as well pick a character that, like, if you're going to make a mistake, it can be funny.
Make it funny. If you're going on Drag Race, be fabulous and gorgeous, yeah, but be funny too.
As long as it's funny, you can literally not even do what the challenge asked you to do.
Literally, yeah.
Literally.
Very true.
The Maxi challenge this week is they have to break into 2 girl groups and do a rap battle to not sorry about it, which I have to say, this is pretty early for like a big girl group challenge.
Yeah, usually the girl group challenges are usually later in the season.
With the original verses and everything, like...
It triggered me a little bit because on our season, first day we walk in, now make a rap. So I was like, ooh, it is still early. And it's just like, oh, honey. Because it's a lot that goes into that challenge. You're making your own lyrics. You got to try and coordinate with other girls. And then the choreography. And it's a lot in that challenge.
A lot. I was watching them do it and I was like, I forgot about like okay, we're doing this. You're recording it in an hour. We'll have the tracks by 3 p.m. and then you got to go to choreography rehearsal and then like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like,
I just kept going like, I'm so happy I'm never doing that again. It looks fun on TV. Oh, it's cute. She did a good job. In real life, those women are sweating, panicking, crying.
Profusely.
And we will get to the dancing in a bit because the dancing.
And we're just on the lyrics, okay?
We're just on the lyrics. Once again, Ilona is picked last. Now, what do you think about getting picked last twice in a row?
Ooh, that's like, ooh, y'all don't want me or something. It's very like, what did I do wrong? What did I do to you?
It is. Like, it's one thing to get picked last once, but like twice in a row, it means we didn't like you, and then based on what we just saw, we don't like you still.
Like you.
Getting picked last is just letting you know, what do these girls think of you? And like, as we see later in the episode, Miss Ilona really like came through with the look and the gig. So
she served it. She really did.
She did the right thing, which was like, okay, wow, I'm a little hurt no one picked me, but I'm gonna turn the gig and then.
Absolutely. That's how you got to be.
Totally.
You literally have to do that.
Speaking of rapping, on your season, I believe you had to rap in front of Nicki Minaj.
Absolutely.
What's that like?
Oh, it is so. Now, I thought I was intimidated when the girls started pulling out their garments. That was the most intimidating thing I've ever done. Like, literally, she's like the queen of the raptresses. And you are spitting your own written lyrics in front of her, which she knows very much so about. So I'm just like,
I don't think people understand. Even lip syncing to rap is a whole journey. Like, I remember like when a rap song comes out, the queens are in a hurry to see who can learn those goddamn words first and make it like their song.
You lift your leg up and pee on it a little bit and be like, this one's mine. Y'all can't do it no more.
Well, since you let Miss Nicki Minaj have it right in her face, I want you to tell us, what is the key to doing well in a challenge like this?
Oh, goodness. It's really trying to be fearless and really just going for it.
Okay, watching people learn choreography, there's always two packs. People who really pick it up, and the people who like, girl, you can tell that they have never attended a dance class. They don't do dance numbers. The choreographer is throwing the steps out in order, and you can see the girls, a few of the girls are like, got it, and I'm living. And some of them were learning it so fast that they were like already serving. Do you know what I mean? Like face and everything.
They have the attitude with it already. They're like,
Well, don't you think that's the key? Like, whether or not you know it, in rehearsals, you have to perform it like it's the real thing.
My thing is, I always try to rehearse full out because I believe how you rehearse is how you're going to perform.
Exactly, because once you add in things like the hair or the lyrics, you know the feet are going to be the first thing to go. But it's always funny how many girls in the rehearsals are like, I went to Drag Race and never learned to dance once in my life, which is like...
You might want to do at least a couple dance classes here and there.
Take a jazz class. So we're watching these queens dance. Who do you notice is picking up the choreography?
Oh, goodness. Lemon, she's picking it up pretty cutely. Tainomi, she's nailing the choreography as well.
Lemon is living her best life because she did so well last week.
Since episode 1, she has let us know she is a dancer. And I am here for it 100%.
I know. I love that no matter what challenge it is, she's like, I might not have mentioned it, but I'm a dancer. And then obviously there is some extreme struggle bus. We love our Miss Jimbo.
Oh, baby. This was not her moment at all. She was confused.
If you were going on the National Heidi in Closet tour, would you have put Jimbo as one of your principal dancers?
Absolutely not.
I really felt for her because we've all had those days on Drag Race where whatever your thing is you're not good at, now it's time to do it. And you're like, oh, she should just be happy it's happening early in the competition.
Yeah.
Something they talk about a lot in Drag Race is you have the girls who are dancers who aren't always necessarily great at picking up choreography either.
You can be a good dancer but not be good at choreography. It just happens. Sometimes it's lost in translation.
On the day of the challenge, we're starting to see some tension between Scarlett Bobo and Boa. Whose side are you on, sis?
Oh, goodness. I am on the side of the TV because this is what I'm here to watch. I love it. I'm here for it.
I love the drama.
The reason why we watch is for the talent and the drama. I wasn't expecting any drama, being from Canada, they're very polite people. I was like, oh, this is going to be best friend race. So I'm happy to see some happening.
I feel like you can tell that Scarlett is more of the real life, like, mother of the house, like probably more booked, maybe been doing drag a little longer. And you can tell that Boa is,
she's on the rise up.
Yes. And this power dynamic is different in Drag Race than it was at the clubs. And so
In person,
I
at
think
home.
they just aren't really sure what to do with that info.
That's probably exactly what it is. Maybe it'll cause them both to really step it up.
It is really easy on Drag Race to like, when you see someone getting a lot of praise, it's easy to be like, well, they just love her.
Yes.
And so you do have to go like, okay, well, why aren't they gagging on me? What have I not done? You know what I mean?
All you can do is do the best that you can do and hope that they live for it. On my season, I would always get so much praise for my personality. Some of the girls were like, well, you get all the praise for your personality. I'm like, yeah, but they hate my runway, so.
You're like, but they called me ugly, stinky, bald, poor, but they love my personality.
But they love
Well,
my
listen,
personality.
you can win Drag Race on personality.
Absolutely, absolutely.
People without a personality don't win Drag Race.
Absolutely,
Well, Jada. We can say Jada. We all know. So let's talk about the rap battle. It starts, there's so many queens performing. Who's standing out?
Oh goodness. Priyanka's really standing out. I really, really enjoyed several of the girls' lyrics as well. I love the vocal stylings of Rita Vera. I really enjoyed her.
Rita really said, I may be old and I may be French, but I also love that she didn't say, I'm a singer, this is my moment. I don't think we've ever had somebody who sings just go in there and just do it and say nothing.
She knew what she was giving and she was confident in it. She said, you know what, I'm just going to do what I'm going to do.
Absolutely. And she sang when no one else did, which I think always helps you stand out.
Obviously a smart move. You always want to try and stand out.
I thought Boa was pretty good. Really good lip syncer.
She just had so much energy. She had like, when her verse started, she just came out busting wide open with the biggest energy. And I was here for it. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, she was fierce. And then I thought Lemon said she was a rapstress. I think she kind of was.
She gave it. Yes, I loved her part too. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Bobo also was really
Girl,
good.
this is Bobo's moment. I've never seen a drag queen who's like 50-50 like punk rock slut and like clown.
Yes, and I love it.
I do too. I love lips. She obviously has the lip magic going on. I like how much makeup she puts on, and she really walked into this not being afraid of, okay, I'm rapping and it's time to mop everyone here. That's kind of the energy. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
On top of all that, you gotta dance, rap, do choreography, lip sync, and act like you are so confident. You know what I mean?
It is a triathlon challenge, really, because it's just so much that goes into it.
Who's on the struggle bus?
I was actually very surprised Tainomi missing a couple of her words here and there, and I feel like her performance in the challenge was stronger than it was on the main stage when it was time to actually do it.
I know. She had that moment later in the episode, but she's like, I'm trying to be Tainomi and I feel that light dimming. And oh my God, you know how that negative spiral is so hard to break out of.
So hard to get out of that tailspin.
Have you ever had that moment on Drag Race where you're like,
Absolutely, yeah. It was absolutely.
you're like every day, lunch,
Pretty much.
dinner, days off.
It was right after my second lip sync. I was like, oh God. Oh
It's
no.
so hard. And it's one of those things where outside of it, you can go snap out of it. But when you're in it, it's like just pulls you down. Yeah. So let's get into the looks. First up, we have Kiara. What did you think of the gold fantasy?
You know, I live for the disco era. I wish it fit her a little better, a little bit in some places.
You think she needed one more fitting?
Just one more. You know, sometimes you can go and get a garment made in just one fitting. I think that one maybe needed an extra one or two.
She's also wearing what kind was in the bottom with in the first episode.
It was very similar. I was like, if she just had the little balls on the bottom, it would have been the exact same thing. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I have to say, so we're getting into the looks, and the runway theme is Quebecy with the good hair, which is the funniest name I've ever heard.
That's it. That was one of the high points of the season already.
These Canada puns are so fucking... I mean, it's great. I hope that Canadian gays are like, bitch, we're living.
This is it.
Look at Miss Jimbo. I mean,
yes.
Right when I already in the competition think I know Jimbo, I didn't think I was gonna see a look like this coming.
Absolutely not from her. I would have expected it from maybe a different queen, but not her. But you know what? That's smart on her behalf because it's going to keep you guessing and keep you looking forward to what she's going to be giving you. And I absolutely adored this look.
It's amazing. The two-tone hair it almost looks like she made a hair backpack to make the hair look like it goes on. I've been doing drag 13 years. I've never seen somebody do something like this.
13 years.
13 years, mama.
Wow, I was 12. Wow.
That's a very successful look. Now, unfortunately, I have to show you something very upsetting.
I kind of understood the silhouette she was going for. It almost gives you like a 60s mod boop-de-boop. I don't know where the headpiece part came from. I think she should have done like a little short, I
think it's clear that somebody made this by hand.
I feel like if she had maybe belted it to give it shape or something, or just threw it away and...
I wish she would have belted it or thrown it away and worn something different. Those are your options. I mean...
That's it.
I like that there was some attempts to probably do different colored hair. That's fun. But God, I mean, we know from her runways and from lip syncing that she's a tall, kind of a glamazon. Mm-hmm. Where's the body, mama? Up next, we have Boa. Thoughts, feelings, concerns?
I thought it was really funny. Only she could have pulled this off. It was a masculine bodysuit.
Oh my God, I just clocked that.
And it has hair all over it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's literally a man's body.
I love Boa's makeup.
Oh, her makeup is gorgeous.
I think she made a good choice to going kind of classic drag and then making the joke the crotch, because it's like from the neck up, it's like that's a beautiful woman, and then there's sort of some joke element to it. And she's one of the only people that went real comedy with the hair. That bodysuit has more chest hair than I have. So
same.
Boa's also bringing back the good old pageant bump with sprayed hairline. She's going.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I synced it. She's reminding me of home right now.
I know it's a little old school, but you know what? Like, there's something about colored hairspray that makes the whole audience and drag queens just go, sure, that's hair. Girl, have you ever worn the colored hairspray?
Yes.
Have you ever sweated it off and had the black drip down your face?
No, because I don't sweat, and because I'm a full-fledged woman of the earth.
All right, so up next we have our Lemon. I'm just gonna say, Lemon, you're really lucky you gave a strong performance, because I don't think this was a winning look.
I don't think it's terrible. I feel like there's things about it that could be pushed to really get it up to maybe a winning look.
Like a torch. You know what could have elevated this look? A trip to the mall. Honestly, like, the dress doesn't fit. She doesn't have boobs on, corset, hips. It doesn't touch the ground.
If she had bodied and it was the right length, and if she was somehow able to incorporate maybe something around here to add up to it, I think it would have been a more successful look.
This is Miss Priyanka.
Yes.
I live. Come on.
I love it. These are two colors that you normally would not put together.
Unless you're on like a sports team.
I think it's really well made. I love the hair that she's wearing on her head. The bun
suits her body.
Her legs are gorgeous.
It's very contemporary. There's two different colored shoes.
She thought this look out. You can tell she actually put time and thought into the look.
Miss Anastasia.
Okay.
How did you feel about the first part of it?
I liked the concept. I wish it had been more hair, because you could see in some places where it was less hair and you could start seeing through it a little bit.
I do like that she tried to tell two different stories.
I do too.
But it came off as 50% execution on each instead of 100% on any one.
I think if she had went with one and completely took it to the level, I think she would have been okay. Oh, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. She is not okay. It's a bummer, because when she came around that corner with that cousin It, I did laugh. Fully laugh.
Yeah.
Like, I would have never thought somebody was going to do that. The pageant girls have an unfair reputation of being afraid to act a fool.
Yeah.
Look at people like Trinity or Kennedy Davenport. People who are technically pageant, but they just sweep every comp. Or your dumbass.
I'm a pageant queen.
She's a pageant queen and she's hilarious and nobody can stand her. So on behalf of her and all the pageant queens, they're not in the box that I think fans put them in. When I was on season 7, I thought I was like fashion.
Period.
Modeling, beauty, cosmetics,
all of
fierce, silhouette, runway. And then I got there and they were like, so how long have you been actually a birthday clown? And it was a turning point. They were like, so it's nice that there's a comedy queen here. And I was like, where? Because I'm over here modeling. I don't want to play favoritism with my Canadian girls, but bitch, this Rita Baga look, you better work, you fucking whore. It's serving Jubilee and X-Men. It's serving Cyndi Lauper. It's serving the man in the yellow raincoat from Curious George.
Yes.
It's serving Mad Scientist. It's serving Space, 80s. It's really amazing. And I can't believe between this and her performance, I can't believe she was only saved for this.
I lived for it. And she said that those boots were custom made. So, you know, she's coming for it. Those boots were made for, I guess, being safe. But I'm surprised she was safe.
It's okay to not win the challenge as long as the whole room knows that you were that bitch who was this close. Oh my God, another great look. Scarlet Bobo.
Yes.
Fuck bitch. See now, this is how you do hair on the body, but maintain some silhouette.
Yes. Like the judges said, it's just a leotard with hair on it, but it's done right. It's not swallowing her up, it's still giving her shape. And I love that her name is literally in her hair.
Yes, I like the black, like leather, sexual energy.
And her makeup, it just always looks so good to me. Her makeup is always on.
All right, this is an amazing look. Alona?
Yes.
Holy f***ing shit. This is the girl that nobody wanted to pick again this week. What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
This is the look I would have wanted to wear. This is it.
Oh my God. The silhouette, the paw prints, and the two shoulder pieces really making it kind of jokey.
It's chic and fashion, but has a funny, campy side to it, which I appreciate so very much. It's gorgeous. Why are y'all not picking her? What did she do to y'all?
This look was, I mean, compared to the rest of the looks, maybe next to Jimbo's, it was like probably one of the better ones, right?
It was definitely like top three, top two looks of the night, if not the one.
So we find out this week the winner is Priyanka. Do you agree?
I think so. I think she's probably the one that I would have picked as well. I feel like she was very high energy. She knew her words. She was shining even when in the background. And her look was just the cherry on top. It was definitely one of the top 3 looks of the week.
She really hit every box this week and had the great confessionals. It's like, take your win, girl. Take your goddamn win.
She's checking all the boxes this episode. Absolutely.
Because, I mean, it's called a rap challenge, but, like, let's be honest, rapping it's about being creative and, like, kind of about being clever and funny. It's kind of like joke writing that rhymes.
And having that attitude, too, about it.
Yes.
Too. She's cool.
All right. It's the bottom 2, and the bottom 2 is Anastasia and Tainomi. And they're going to be doing Absolutely Not by the guest judge, Deborah Cox. What did you think of the lip sync?
You know, I was sad to see Anastasia in the bottom.
And this is her first time.
And it's her first time down there too. So I was like, oh no. So I thought maybe she would get a little like, okay girl, don't do it again. You'll get out. Because I actually really enjoyed that one lyric of hers where she said, what was it? It was, pack your drag, it looks real cheap, and I'll sit back while I beat my meat.
She really said
that.
I know.
Alone would have kept her out the bottom for me.
I was scandalized. I was like,
but the lip sync, I feel like Tainomi was a little more high energy.
Not to throw her under the bus, I didn't think she was fighting very hard.
It wasn't her best showing, I don't think, because I feel like she has so much more to give. Especially, isn't she Black Continental?
Yes, and I was gagged because
the girls in Continental don't play.
No, they really don't.
Is the pageant.
They do all of this and they look like a woman.
Exactly. So to see her not really like fighting too hard in that, I was surprised by that. But I did enjoy that little moment where they were doing the same choreography on set that they were playing around in the workroom earlier. That was a cute little moment. I was like, oh, touched my little bit of heart.
It does make me think like, wow, did they know they were going to be lip syncing today? But they're like, all right, girl, this is the 8 count.
This is it. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. Absolutely. Girl, have you done that number?
Haven't we all? Let's be honest.
Girl, that's this one. That's this one. You know, they wind the arm
up. The windmill.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
And the thing where they bob the head down and then they hold the hair with the hand and throw it back.
And the thing is, it's not even just for the effect. It's more of just to make sure the wig don't come off when you're doing it, really. That's what it's truly there for.
All right, did you catch at the very end of the episode, Anastasia chose not to leave a mirror message, which I'd never seen before.
I've never seen it ever since season 2, episode 1, when Shangela did it first. Literally every other queen has done it, and to see her not do it, I was like, oh, she just didn't want Tainomi to clean the mirror. That's what it was.
She said Tainomi's had enough struggles. We're not talking about a 21-year-old drag queen here being shady. We're talking about Anastasia, who we know well enough that like this is a dignity thing and like a, you know.
Peace out. I love y'all.
So Heidi, you are not only congenial, you are a complete joy to talk to. I'm so happy you could be here today. Thank you so much. I love you.
Thank you for having me. I love you too.
And thank you for watching The Pit Stop. We are going to keep recapping Canada's Drag Race every week here on the RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube channel. So see you next week. Oh.
Do you want everything RuPaul's Drag Race at your fingertips? Then head over to YouTube now and subscribe to the RuPaul's Drag Race channel, and you will get all the episodes of everything you ever want, including brand new episodes of What You Packin'. Hi.